What is up, wrestling fans? Welcome to another Fannounce Table edition of the Smark Moment Smack Talk podcast. I'm your host, as always, Tony Mango, joined as always by Robert DeFelice.
It's war.
Callum Wiggins.
Games.
It is 95. We're doing WCW WarGames 1995, or more specifically, the WarGames match from WCW Fall Brawl 95 is the target that we're watching for this episode. We have watched one previous WarGames match before. It was the very first one, and yeah, that was in 2023. We rewatched that one 30 years ago type of thing. So let's go back and watch another one, in that time period too. So 95, 2025 makes perfect sense. I have not seen this match at all. I've not seen any bit of this pay-per-view, and I was thinking about watching it ahead of time, but I didn't really have the time to watch all the pay-per-view leading up to this. I saw some little bits and pieces, and I was like, I don't think I really need to watch that pay-per-view. And I don't think I'm really invested in this Ric Flair versus Arn Anderson story from all that long ago. Maybe I would have been at the time, I don't know, but it's a packed lineup for one side of this at the very least. It's arguably the best team you could possibly get for a WarGames, and then some heels for them to just be in the ring with. If you don't know how the Fannounce Table works and everything, if you're brand new to this, it is relatively simple. I mean, it's not as simple as it could be if we didn't have to deal with copyright problems, but what we got is a time code on your screen, and that is where you can sync up exactly where you're watching this, and then you can watch it on whatever platform it is you want to watch it. Maybe you have an old VHS tape even that you want to watch it on, or old DVD, Blu-ray. We have the options of Peacock and on YouTube. And I had set this up ahead of time with Peacock thinking it was just that. But thankfully, before we got recorded, you guys had pointed out to me that it's a month ago. It was updated uploaded on Peacock or on YouTube. So I would say if it's at all available, and in the future, maybe this changes depending on the ESPN deal or Netflix or something. If it's at all available for you to watch this on the YouTube video stream, then watch it on there, because then you don't have to deal with the slight time gap thing of Peacock adding their ads into it. If you do watch it on there, you can be slightly off, but I'm going to give you the times for both things. So what we do is the time code is how you sync this up. We give you a countdown of 3, 2, 1, play, and then we hit play on all of our devices and everything. So you do the same. Obviously, if you want to stop and pause the podcast at any point in time, you pause both of them, and then you just sync back up based off of what the time code's on the screen. It's a lot easier that way. Always one of those things that when I see other people do similar ideas and they don't have the time code, I'm always just like, then you just have to guess, and I don't like that. I like to make it a little bit easier for everybody. Obviously, if we could put the video on itself, it'd be a lot easier for that, but I don't want to deal with the legal issues. So the 95 Fall Brawl took place at the Asheville Civic Center in Asheville, North Carolina, September 17th, 1995. Not an event that I would have even been on the radar for, since I wasn't really paying attention to WCW back then. Kind of really didn't get into WCW until at least 96, if not maybe a little bit closer to the 97 range. But the the setup here, I'm assuming they're going to break down in the pre-match video package and stuff, which I, again, haven't watched. Have you guys seen this before?
I'm sure at some point I've watched this match. I have not retained any of the information or memory of it. I think the most interesting thing here is this is the first pay-per-view of the Nitro era. And this thing don't look like nothing you associate with Nitro. We are in full, they're just trying to do Hulkamania era WCW.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen it. This isn't something that I would traditionally waste my time on.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. But we'll get into this as we go, but I'm probably the only one who grew up actively seeking out this shit, right?
I mean, I did. it's just like there's so much content that it's almost impossible to do that. Like I had said before, like when it came down to watching some old VHS tapes that I would like go to Blockbuster and rent something, I always preferred to get the WWE tapes. And if I'm going to try to find Survivor Series 1990 or a WCW thing, they didn't even have WCW stuff as often either. Like just WWF was more popular, so of course that was going to be the thing that they prioritized. And I didn't really connect with a lot of the characters in WCW. I didn't even like the sound of the ring. Like the way that people land, it was always just like, it just sounds weird. It just sounds fake or something. And to the point, even when like I had a friend of mine that had the WCW action figures and like the WCW ring, and it was always like, yeah, even the WWF ring sounded better. And so this is something that's like, it's a gap, and it could be like a miss the Smark in some ways, but like as far as I'm aware, this isn't like some notorious thing. It's not like, oh my god, this is the worst ever, this is the best ever, it's the most interesting thing. I actually don't know almost anything about this one, so that's case in point, part of what I'm curious about. And as we go along here, we'll see what we can react to and do our usual stuff. But keep in mind that the two different codes are going to be slightly different for the time codes, depending on Peacock and on YouTube. If you are on Peacock, you are going to go to 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 8 seconds, 2:03:08. And it's going to be right after Tony Schiavone says, "We are now prepared for war." It's going to fade to black, and then it's going to fade back into this pre-match promo. On YouTube, it's going to be 2:02:57. And with that not needing to have that completely unnecessary fade to black moment, it is just going to lead straight into the promo and everything. So that's kind of the difference maker between if you are, watching it on the one feed or the other feed. I don't know if it comes back into the future in some other kind of way. I don't know what it's going to end up being. So it's almost impossible for us to be like, and if you're watching this on Netflix in the future, it's probably such and such, or ESPN, it's blah, blah, blah. But generally speaking, if you pause it right after Tony Schiavone says, "We are now prepared for war," you're going to be synced up with the rest of us. So that is what your target should be. And before we get started, I want to just toss some quick plugs out of the way. Make sure that you join the Discord channel that we have. And in the future, maybe we can do some of this stuff in, some kind of a live broadcast there, and, maybe kind of play around with the idea about broadcasting things in a slightly different way. Maybe we have ourselves on the screen for it, or, if we're watching something that's not a copyright issue, maybe we just broadcast it there and people don't have to have a time code. But even then it's not the case, just chat it up on the Discord channel. Keep in mind all the things that you should help support us on: the like button, the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, leave a comment below on YouTube, and also join the YouTube channel membership. Same as patreon.com/smarkoutmoment. Redbubble and TeePublic is where you can get your merchandise. And of course, we will come back around to that a little bit later on. But the setup that we've got going on now, I need to start swapping some tabs on my screen, because if I want to make sure that we get this all set up correctly and that I don't ruin this for anybody else, then I need to kind of get that going. So let me set this again and make sure that that's not going to be an issue. And it's 2:02:57 on that. Okay, so I got my stuff set up. How about you guys?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Yep, I'm good.
Alrighty, so if you are not ready to go, everybody, make sure that you pause and come back when you are. 2:02:57 over on YouTube and 2:03:08 over on the Peacock feed. And we're going to get this party started in 3, 2, 1, play. So it's Hogan. That's a great way to start off. Is Kevin Sullivan really supposed to be intimidating?
Yeah, he's not. He's great. Well, he was more intimidating when he wasn't covered in this bizarre face paint.
Even just the voice, though. My
Yeah,
God.
this voice is terrible.
I really haven't seen much of anything of Kevin Sullivan, and no wonder.
It was fine when it was the varsity stuff that he was doing with like Steve Williams and
Oh my God,
But
this is terrible.
yeah, this is oh my
Wait, who the
god.
fuck is that on the right?
I can't remember this. Oh, this is so bad.
I actually didn't even look to see about who the team is. I copied and pasted stuff to make sure that I didn't.
This is the greatest promo of all time. What the fuck is going on?
Carcasses. My God, the effects.
Yeah, it's so. Oh, this is Bischoff at his best, really. This sort of cutting and editing.
This acting is exactly what I would picture to be in.
Hold on, wait, we got the product placement. Yes, right. Yeah.
Oh my God, he didn't even break it.
Well, that shows you the quality of the toy.
Yeah. Even the WarGames thing like that's just like, oh God, this is so bad.
Hey,
oh my God.
Hey, we are in full 1995. These are great graphics. I'm here for this.
At least Bobby Heenan's on commentary, so that should hopefully make it better. Oh my God, there's a giant.
He crushed his pride and joy.
Probably the first time they'd ever seen that motorcycle. That's always the thing with pro wrestling. It's one of the cardinal things in like modern day pro wrestling is that as soon as someone comes on a bike or a car, that car's going to get destroyed. Yep. And you've never seen it before, you'll never see it again. But that is supposed to be like their pride and joy. Especially
if it's like they say that it's like a gift or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, oh, I just bought this new blah blah blah, this new Lamborghini. Okay, well, it's sitting in the back.
Oh, we're preparing for more war. We're doing another video package.
I love this song, by the way. Da, 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 da. It's one of my favorite old school production theme musics.
So, to be clear, Kevin Sullivan fucking rules. Not this version. But, like, either Championship Wrestling from Florida. I mean, the stuff he does with Benoit in, like, 6 months from this is going to be transformational for this crew. But, like, this is some rotten shit.
I love that this is all built around Hogan as well. There's really nothing to do with Savage or Luger or Sting. They're not really. They're just there to support Hogan, but like it's all about Hogan.
They're Hulkamaniacs, brother. What the fuck are you talking about there? If you hurt their friends, then you hurt their pride. This got everything to do with Hogan. Is this Even Flow by Pearl Jam? Yeah.
No, he will not act alone.
Chris Jericho would use that as a theme song.
Oh my God.
War-torn survivors. Wait, Vader is AWOL?
They were supposed to. So Vader was supposed to be in the match, but they had to replace it.
He was injured, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, Vader and Luger did a little switcheroo in terms of companies.
Oh, so they're doing like a. Is he on their side before they eventually do the whole Hogan is he on their side thing?
The fourth man. But see, like I like that they're doing the whole like. Yeah, they're wearing the camouflage and everything. Like I like that. Like I want that back.
Oh, I think it's fucking lame.
It's totally lame, but it's the right type of cheese for me.
Orange, brother. They have.
Even Jimmy Hart's got the camouflage on.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you that Scott Hall and Kevin Nash did save professional wrestling.
It's the end.
Luger is so out of his element with these. Like,
Yeah. Everybody's so pumped up, and Luger's going to be like, yeah.
I have muscles.
Why is Savage about to punch?
God, how much cocaine has been consumed before this started?
There's just like a bowl, like, you know, when you go to like a party and there's like a bowl of pretzels and a bowl of potato chips. Wait, the Dungeon of Goon?
Dungeon of Goon. The Gooners, yeah.
That has a different context nowadays.
Oh
Yeah.
He's still talking. Oh
God. Dude, it's
This is people just posing.
this sucks so much.
This is like what happens when you just let little kids play.
Gonna use him as bait. Gonna be master. He's in the master bait for the Goon. For the Dungeon of Goon.
Does the hockey player, the Goon, come into the mix here?
Oh, you can still hear them off screen.
This is fucking great. This is better than anything we're gonna see at Survivor Series. I wonder how much that they paid Michael Buffer to always do this.
Too much.
A lot. Not enough. You said too much. Not enough.
Well, compared to considering what happened to WCW, too much. Retrospectively, it was too much.
Definitely didn't make a difference.
See, I would make the argument he's one of the only people who deserved every penny he was getting.
No matter how popular Michael Buffer ever gets,
Oh my God.
and you know, the most important things he's ever called in his life, I always just think of him introducing Shawn Michaels at the beginning of the Royal Rumble in 2008.
Heartbreak.
HBK, the Heartbreak. It's like, you didn't want to say Shawn Michaels at all, dude, did you? You looked at the first part of your card and said, fuck it.
Is this really necessary?
Yes,
Oh, it totally is.
It's war.
Did you see what just happened? It's totally necessary.
No, it's like I prefer like the I say
One extra one.
I'm like
Still
still
going.
Adrenaline.
Look, listen. While I'm remiss to like give any credit to WWE, I prefer the whole like the kind of like the
ominous
they would
sound.
play when the ominous sounding music they would play when they were dropping cages down to the ring. I think that has a more impactful effect for a thing like this rather than, you know, just as many explosions as we possibly can do. Let's blow our entire like fireworks budget on this one show.
Realistically, at the time, they were desperate to seem like they were on the level of WWE, which is funny because at the time, WWE wasn't doing any of this shit. There's barely any pyro.
Yeah, you're never going to hear me say anything bad about the heartbeat drum thing. Dum, 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 dum. Love when this old school thing where they were just like, no pinfalls, countouts, that's capitalized. There's no hyphen between countouts, and then disqualifications. We're not going to capitalize that one. Like, yeah, some intern typed this out, and they're just kind of like, good enough. We can have some typos. We can do whatever.
Oh,
Let's go. We're getting a match after the match.
Well, it's only if the Hulkamaniacs win.
True.
Oh yeah, because that team's losing.
So who is this lineup of Dungeon of Doom? Because again, I said like I
So you
didn't
got,
look it
the
up.
Zodiac.
So that's
Beefcake.
Brutus Barber Beefcake, and in an outfit that, like, of course, sure, fucking whatever this is supposed to be, some zebra thing. You got a zebra,
Zodiac.
you got a shark, you got the Ugandan giant Kamala,
and then you got Meng. And legitimately, Meng would kill you.
Yeah, Meng would just beat all fucking his team and the other team. My God, he's not intimidating.
He's pretty small as well compared to the others.
Yeah, like Kevin Sullivan gives off the energy of some guy's drunk uncle at a barbecue, just being like, yeah, I've got some problems with stuff.
Yeah, because in this sort of gimmick, because I obviously know that Kevin Sullivan's a great wrestler as well, but in this sort of gimmick, I'd kind of feel like, it would actually make more sense if the guy that it was actually Jimmy Hart that wanted the match against him instead.
So he said in years later that the whole idea of this was to make Hogan comfortable. So he just turned himself into a fucking cartoon.
Well, yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
To make him comfortable, as in like we'll play into the Hulkamania thing.
Yeah, with being in WCW.
This is like Hogan's thing. It's like Monster of the Month. Only it's now an entire faction of Monsters of the Month.
And to be fair, like, okay, the Dungeon of Doom comes across fucking ridiculous in almost every single way of everything I've ever seen them do. As Kevin Sullivan very non-intimidatingly points at this zebra's ass. But like in theory, I understand why they tried. They just executed it so poorly in like every possible means.
Well, my issue with it is not the fact they did it. It's more the fact like, it's not the mid 80s anymore. It's 1995. Like, you've got to move on at some point. That's the issue that we always talk about with these things. Talk about the issue with like WWE these days, and the men's roster in particular being like so old, and the same people being that have been around for decades in the same place. It's like eventually you have to evolve and change. You can't just do the same thing over and over again and expect the same results.
Triple H just the other day said something about how there's no gimmicks anymore because they want to reflect real life and whatever. And it's like, yeah, but you know what? We've had 20 plus years of everything's the real life. Nobody could be named anything other than Jackson Andrews or something like that. That might even be a name. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might have been a Jackson Andrews on like ECW or something. But like, that's so boring compared to this though, because at least with this is absurd. And like I could watch this so much more easily than watch like somebody come out on Evolve and be like, man, I'm so passionate to be a pro wrestler. I trained and I'm a good wrestler. Fucking give me coked up Macho Man teaming up with everybody else in camouflage, going up against Shark Man and whatever the fuck.
By the way, Michael Buffer just called him the king of Hulkamania. What that means, I don't know.
So Hulkamania's a place now.
He's like Dr. Doom or something. He's got diplomatic immunity.
How do you look at this and not say dudes rock? Like,
let's get
they have a more pirate budget.
Major top baby faces against 4 people that clearly are out of the and have fucking pyro for them and all. Like,
look at them waving the American flag as well, as if like Dungeon of Doom is some foreign power that they have to deal with as well.
We're at war with the concept of evil. Like,
well, we don't know where Parts Unknown is. Is that under the American jurisdiction? Is that international waters? Buffer's still introducing shit.
Yeah, but I guess there is some element of like foreign power. You got Kamala there. Kamala's from Uganda, isn't he?
Uganda.
Eventually, they'd get somebody from Umanga.
The funniest thing here is who's the youngest man in this match? Probably
Earthquake,
the shark
right?
over there.
He's probably like, what, like 26?
Maybe Meng. I don't know how old Meng was at this point.
Now, I, of course, don't even know who wins this match either, since I've never seen it, and I didn't bother to
I haven't
like
looked
whatever.
it up. Yeah, I haven't looked it up, but I assume I know who's going to win, but I haven't looked it up because I just want to.
You don't know who's going to win this match.
Well, I know who's going to win this match, but like I want to wait. I want to wait and find that out.
Well, what's throwing me off is they spent a good portion of this in advertising the Giant, and it's like the Giant's not in this.
Well, they'll have the match with the Giant. It'll be the Giant and Hogan is at Halloween Havoc, which is the one.
Yeah, they're going to be in the monster truck match.
Oh, that's when the monster truck thing happened. The next one.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why they did the monster truck running over the motorcycle. They loved motorcycles in WCW. It's insane how much they did with that.
They had a whole wild show, so it's like
yeah. Again, another reason why I didn't like WCW was it very much placated towards that Southern element, and I just don't connect with Southern culture.
Which Bischoff loves motorcycles.
Yeah.
So like, that was a big part of
Randy
him.
Savage supposed to be the masturbate for this team? Why'd they send Sting in first?
Man called Sting.
I hate it when, I hate it when it stings when you masturbate.
The shark is biting him! The shark is biting him!
All right, wait, what's the logic here? He needed to put his arm around the rope so that he could bite it?
Well, yeah, he had to keep it trapped.
Okay, maybe that, yeah. So they went with, he was Earthquake, and then at one point he became Avalanche.
He came in as Avalanche.
And then they just made him a shark?
Oh, fuck.
Oh! Nice dive.
Why did he go from an avalanche to a shark?
Because he was, I believe, like he drank from the water of the Dungeon of Doom, and it made him a shark. Like,
Oh, is that the water that's it's not hot?
Exactly. It's not hot.
It's not hot.
That full shake of the camera for landing. Was he gonna do another one? Oh, that's
Do
funny.
pinfall.
Well, yeah, because there is no pinfall in WarGames.
But he's just like
So
laying
that's
on
very
him still.
clearly in the rules.
Do you think he forgot for a second, or was he just like, I'm just gonna wait here for a second?
No, he said, yeah, I'm tired. This guy's been going after me for a whole 2 minutes. I need a break.
The outfit's so bad too, like this shark on the leg.
Yeah.
Nobody does a bear hug anymore.
This is wrestling. He's biting him.
It's the bear hug. It's the bear hug.
He's biting him.
I can barely contain my excitement.
Oh wait, Sting is using the cage. I thought he was gonna do.
It's so low. Oh my god.
Well, they blew it on the pyro. Like,
also, typical of a shark to use a bear hug.
You don't know about the bear shark?
Like, Tenta's head is abnormally big. Like, it's huge.
It's like when you ask a character, you try to create a character in ChatGPT and they give you the big heads.
He's a hammerhead, obviously.
Wait, is he kissing him? Mwah.
Surely he should be the biting one. The shark.
Yeah.
Well, he bit him a few times already. Hey, how do you beat a shark? You bite it back. Oh my god!
Oh my god! I was so scared for that.
You know, I don't think I've seen that in like one of the more modern WarGames. They should bring that back.
Yeah,
Somebody should do that.
They're gonna make the jump.
Yeah, that is an interesting spot to do.
Yeah, like, give like Bronson Reed to do that or something.
Look
I think the ropes are a lot closer now.
All the water puns on commentary too. This is fucking great.
What is it? What are you doing?
He's doing it to crotch himself. Yeah, there you go.
Nobody gets crotched on the ropes anymore either. Can't even remember the last time that happened. It's only ever the turnbuckle.
Yeah, it's quite like a nice little just basic spot that can get a good amount of enjoyment from people.
Sean used to do it all the time. He used to go out of his way to
Edge and Christian used to do it.
Yeah.
Every single Edge and Christian ladder match, they would fall off the ladder and crotch themselves on the top rope.
For what it's worth, this is probably the peak of the match.
The golden spike.
Yeah, his thumb.
Oh, that's Meng, yeah.
What's the golden spike?
Type move.
Oh, that's okay. So he's got his thumb taped up. Yeah.
It's like the Samoan spike.
Man, Meng is fucking cool.
Oh, he's tapping out.
Meng are probably the two coolest men in this match. Oh fuck! It's Beefcake.
I don't fucking understand. He trips getting in the ring.
Yeah.
I really don't understand any gimmick that Brutus Beefcake has ever had.
Why is he like understands any gimmick that he's had?
He's Brutus Beefcake, which is like, okay, that's just like brawler tough guy. But then he becomes a barber.
He was a stripper.
And he's a stripper, yeah. And it's like, so that's why he has the tassels. But why has he become a barber?
Because he helped Roddy Piper cut Adrian Adonis's hair. And then
he's just like, I like this a lot. And then he comes and he becomes the disciple, and he looks totally fucking different.
This is before the disciple.
Yeah.
Oh, the disciples after this.
Disciples
that's
NWO.
That's right. Yeah.
He enters WCW as Brother Brudai,
and then he becomes the Booty Man.
No, and then he.
Is that off that?
And then he becomes the Butcher.
Oh,
because you can't call him the Barber, and he butchered the friendship with Hulk Hogan.
Okay, like I kind of get where they're going there, but then like, what the hell is this Zodiac thing?
And then he drank from the water of Dungeon of Doom and became the Zodiac Man.
And like,
so Booty Man this then.
But it's revealed that the Zodiac Man was actually a spy on the inside of the Dungeon of Doom, and then he becomes the Booty Man. For what reason, I don't know. We're just going with Booty Man. And then he takes about 2 years off and becomes the disciple.
And like, Zodiac, of course, you got the Zodiac Killer and you got Zodiac signs. So like, it's just a word that sounds kind of cool and whatever. Who in their right mind is working on the production team and goes, we're going to call him Zodiac. I know what we're going to do. You're going to be Brutus Beefcake, exactly what you are, except a zebra. At least the shark has a shark thing on. Zodiac is just,
It's kind of just suplex shark immediately.
You know what? Shout out to Randy Savage. He's approaching this with urgency as though he was actually, like, really in a fight for his life.
Well, yeah, we were trying to save Sting. Oh, but they're pulling Sting. Why the hell is this cage not in the canvas?
Yeah, it's weird.
Who built this shit?
But why not take advantage of that?
Oh yeah, it's good for the heel idea, but it's like shoddy workmanship.
Also, based off of their attire, it looks like Savage should be partners with Zodiac.
Yeah,
because he's got the tassels in the black and white. Yeah. Savage couldn't be bothered to wear the legs outfit from some other kind of thing.
No, man, he snapped into a Slim Jim. You don't know what life is like when you step into a Slim Jim.
Every time I've ever had a Slim Jim, it's never snapped.
I had it once and I was immediately just like, no.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm not a jerky fan, as it is.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, he's damn near able to go completely underneath the thing.
Yeah, pull him out.
Get a chair. Hit him with a chair.
Yeah.
Of course, Nick Patrick's completely ineffective.
No, that's just the rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Nick Patrick's probably the only referee in WCW other than Charles Robinson that I remember the name of.
Pee Wee Anderson. Because it's Pee Wee.
Was Teddy Long ever a referee in WCW? Was he?
He might have been.
At this time, he was still just managing. He had already been a referee, but he never managed in this era.
I never liked Kamala. Like, I never liked his WWF stuff or his WCW stuff. That's not to be like, that he's like, he's awful or anything like that. But like, compared him to so many other people. And like, even back in the day, like, when I'm watching it and I could compare him to like Yokozuna and stuff, it was like, there's leaps and bounds difference.
I mean, Kamala was a territory gimmick who probably had his peak in the original Hogan boom, maybe even prior to. We now know that like the deepest, darkest Africa shit is probably about as racist as you can get.
Oh yeah.
I will also point out that Bobby Heenan just said he feels comfortable and safe in the cage. Like,
man.
This is it's so claustrophobic in there.
They have 2 rings, and they
exactly.
They're just staying in one ring. Yeah.
Now they're
things outside
starting. Yeah.
Shout out to Randy Savage being the man.
But even just the height is so like,
it's so small.
It like for Sting to be able to just like reach up and grab it is fucking wild.
I mean, it's a cool effect, but it's like I kind of prefer the I don't know.
Like the blue bar cages in the WWF were also insanely small.
Right.
Like things weren't as massive as they are now, and dare I say, a little bit better that way. I mean, this cage was obviously a bit shoddy. Like there's
look at the gap on the one side right there. It's gonna be Luger, of course, because Hogan's got to go last.
Yeah, good to save everything. I thought that it surely would have worked better for it's a story supposed to be. Luger, is he going to turn? Right? Is he really on their side? Surely he goes last, and then you have that moment of doubt.
Right.
But he's just going to come in, like, because even if it does happen, like I say, I don't know what happens. But if somehow they do decide to do a spot of like Luger turning on them, then it's going to look really weird after he spent the last like 5-10 minutes beating them up.
Then again, though, if you just said that it's supposed to be Zodiac was like a mole, and he's like, why is he doing all this?
Yeah.
Yes, no, come on.
Shark. Down goes Shark.
Yeah, just had to think about it for a second.
Look at Sting.
Sting can't even jump off of that because it's so small. Oh my god.
Hey, do we have a second camera, guys? Can we afford one? There we go.
Why are we back in the one ring? Get some room. Get some distance.
Just so everybody could just be.
They can't afford split screen.
Right. When was the first WCW World War III?
This is 2 months after this.
So maybe this is what made them go, we should have a split screen.
Yeah, I don't remember if they ever did. I can't recall them ever doing a split screen one for WCW.
They did for WarGames. Not for WarGames, for World War III.
I think there was like a.
Oh yeah, they were doing a free ring thing, yeah.
With Foley, where they would do split screen.
I tell you, that Shark is down. So big moment right there.
Oh, Luger takes out his own man. That's the moment.
And they're going.
Oh, now they're fighting.
Big moment, and it gets zero reaction from the crowd because there's just too much other shit going on.
Yeah, I also feel like this is not good, Tony.
Oh my god, get out of do somewhere else. This is so claustrophobic. I'm getting claustrophobic just watching it.
Do we know why he's called Meng? Like, I know that they couldn't call him Haku because of the copyright thing, but like, why Meng?
I don't think they were really.
Does it mean something?
I don't think so.
Reference maybe like Ming Dynasty thing, and they decided to just go Meng instead.
Hmm.
I think it's probably less like some sort of. They just thought it was a name that kind of gave reference to like a Genghis Khan type figure.
By the way, Jimmy Hart should never be without a jacket and a megaphone ever again.
Yeah, he looks like weird in this getup. It's about the glasses as well. Without the sunglasses, it's weird as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing is very strange.
Okay, this is a very, very morbid thought, but when Jimmy Hart passes eventually, which is not going to happen for a long time because that guy like doesn't age, and knock on wood, hopefully not for a long time. Do you bury him in a suit or do you bury him in like his traditional outfit?
To be honest, I'm surprised that Hulk Hogan didn't have it lit in his will that he had to be buried with Jimmy Hart. Like, like how the ancient pharaohs used to be buried with their pets and stuff like that. They're just Jimmy Hart just going with him.
I'm gonna need you to help me here, brother.
I guess it's just down to what his wishes are. I guess in the will, like
ultimately,
it's like Bela Lugosi wanted to be buried as Dracula. So
did he?
Yeah, he got buried as in his Dracula cape.
That's insane.
That's awesome.
I got that from the Edward, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Still haven't seen
it. Hell yeah!
There's that leftover cocaine.
Cheating bastard! What a heel! What a heel prick he is! Just using powder.
There goes the cocaine.
Yeah, he's sharing the cocaine. He's being helpful. Shark doesn't get any cocaine. It smells like napalm or gunpowder.
Look, he's just cheating. He's raking eyes and stuff like that, throwing powder.
It's water. They drank the Agent Orange. You don't understand.
God, this is like the worst punch ever. It's like,
wait, how did they get more powder?
They all carry powder. They just only started using it once Hogan gave them the ability to.
Sting, I think, threw the extra powder.
Yeah, Sting threw the powder.
So Kamala got powdered twice.
He probably requested it. Oh, now we've got a widescreen and because there's stuff going on both rings.
Man, you're really fun outside of the ring there, Kevin Sullivan.
But it feels like that wall was about to fall off as soon as I hit him into it. How ropey this thing is put together.
God, Hogan's punches were always so bad too.
It's hard to think of something that Hogan wasn't bad at in terms of actual wrestling.
Yeah, as he raked the Zodiac's back.
The leg drop, in some cases, was legitimately impressive.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. Like, yeah, it's one thing he did was actually impressive, and it destroyed his spine.
Yeah,
the big boot never was.
The axe bomber and been fine.
Hulk
By the way, they're
Hogan.
all in great. They're all in great shape.
Or they look like they're in great shape.
I mean, I wouldn't say the same when it comes to.
Yeah, I
Kamala
meant the baby faces. I meant the baby faces.
It's one of those things like, like how artificial that is.
Yeah.
Looks like modern day Randy Orton.
Yeah, all four of the baby faces are jacked.
Randy wishes he was that tan. What are you talking about?
What?
There was a sign in a crowd on a recent episode of Raw that said "Enough Bronze Breaker."
Yeah,
I liked that. So the big "Can we trust" thing was he accidentally clotheslines somebody because somebody else moved, and that immediately sparks a fight that immediately then gets broken up, and then they're okay.
No, it's gonna be a talking point for the next 3 months, but I don't know if it gets picked up here.
I can't. I understand that it's WarGames. I understand there's a different era and stuff like that. I just can't with how unchoreographed this is, and it's weird.
Sure
I don't want it to be super choreographed, but it's just like guys doing stuff.
This is it right here.
Is that it? He's gonna make his humble, break his back, brother. What?
Why is he winning the match with the fucking camel clutch?
Because he's gonna make him humble. Because fuck you, Iron Sheik. God, that's
so bad.
On.
Yeah.
Hold on, we're not done here until he wrestles.
You're like a dangerous cult leader with magical powers. So you can't just get by this suit.
Who actually has more hair, Kevin Sullivan or Hulk Hogan?
Hogan.
Definitely
Sullivan
Sullivan.
has more
He's
coverage.
Sullivan's got
Hogan has
more.
hair.
Yeah.
Sullivan has more coverage. Hogan has more hair.
Because it does kind of look like you just put Hogan in the wash and then just fed him a lot.
I mean, it's even the red and yellow.
Well, that's why he's in the red and yellow.
Who is the WCW official that's pushing him there?
I think that's Doug Dillinger. I think that's beardless Doug Dillinger.
Who's Doug Dillinger?
He was part of the WCW security for like forever.
Is he related to Doug Dimmadome, the owner of the Dimstone?
Dimmadome.
Why does the Dungeon of Doom not give a shit about Kevin Sullivan? Like Meng was just like trying to kick him.
Because they got their money, brother.
Wait, does Macho have a microphone?
Let's go.
Those trunks are too tight.
Dudes rock. Why did Randy Savage just grab a microphone to say, oh, yeah?
Is this the end of this feud?
No, because you had the giant match against him in the monster truck.
This is the end of the Kevin Sullivan portion of it mostly.
Right.
But there will be the cage match at Uncensored in 96 where Savage and Hogan fight literally everybody on the roster.
Does I don't know if I remember it correctly. Does because I assume the giant gets involved in some fashion here.
Yeah, he's about to come out and beat the shit out of Hogan.
Does he come out from under the ring?
I think he just shows up out of the crowd. And there's no way he does the under the ring thing quite. That would be amazing, though.
You just hang out there the whole time.
Crowd seems very like disinterested. Like, you know, they're like cheering a little bit, but they just like for the most part they're just there for the vibes.
Well, this is Asheville, North Carolina. Their main event was Flair versus Anderson about 25 minutes ago.
So in 2025, we're going to get if Division loses, then Paul Heyman needs to get into the ring with CM Punk. And we need to have this.
They've done it before.
Yes, and then
there you go. There's Giant.
The son of Ryback is going to come out.
He just walks down the ramp.
The son of Ryback. Ryback again.
Oh.
Jeez.
Hell yes.
He's
Athletic Big Show. Yeah.
That man is like 24 and has all the agility in the world.
He used to do like kip ups and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's insane. Captain Insano, part of Dungeon of Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, snap his neck.
Of course he is.
Oh my god, they did a spot. Oh my god, it's the fucking like Fiend spot where he snaps Finn Balor's neck.
Why did they leave?
Well, because
they snapped his neck. He's dead.
No, why did the Hulkamaniacs leave?
Well, it's because like the idea was that it's Hogan on his own with Sullivan, and so they didn't need him there.
Savage needed to go grab that microphone. What an uneventful thing too. Like they would do this much better nowadays. Of like if he wanted to do a post-match beatdown, it would actually feel like like he's beaten down, not just.
But it would absolutely be overproduced. Whereas this
totally would.
Really cheap. That's good work. Michael Buffer saying we need a physician at ringside.
Luger sitting there going like, hey, what do I do? And Savage is like, I don't fucking trust you. Yeah, this guy's got a towel. He'll help.
Yeah. Magic
Giving him
towel.
time cues. Giving him
Hogan just face down in a pile of powder.
cocaine.
And it just ends with laughter like that.
Yeah.
Wrestling is so good. Like wrestling is such an art form. With actual credits.
Yeah.
And now we get those, when you see Lee Fitting pop up on your screen, you know that episode's over.
Well, yeah,
I
well, you
mean,
only see like Lee Fitting,
full-blown credits.
Paul Levesque, and if it's an NXT show, Michael Hickenbottom. But it's like,
No, he's listed as Shawn Michaels.
Oh, okay, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels, Paul Levesque, and Lee Fitting. But like, at least Bischoff is giving credit to everyone.
Pyrotechnics is from Beyond Belief Productions. Did you know that?
Like the TV
Oh,
show?
there's Doug Dillinger.
Like Beyond
Wrestling
Belief,
Operations.
Fact or Fiction?
I thought the whole thing would be wrestling operations.
Arn Anderson was credited for wrestling operations. That's interesting.
David Crockett, VP Productions.
There's Bischoff.
Vice President. There's Bischoff. Yeah.
Senior Vice President, Executive Producer.
So
I'm
hold
sure
on.
his name was there last and would stay there on screen for a while at the end.
I'm curious as to what wrestling operations were like.
Is that like agents producing the matches and stuff?
Probably.
So Jody Hamilton, Nick Patrick's father, Jenny Engel, and Marty Lundy were all credited for wrestling operations. What did that mean? There's librarians are credited. What did the librarians do for Fall Brawl 1995? That's so interesting. Like,
were librarians the term that they would use for like archival people back then?
Potentially.
Or did they write the scripts?
Or did they just like fucking research something at a library?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty interesting to see
Were
everybody.
they there to shush the crowd and keep them quiet? Because they did a very good job on this show.
It's pretty interesting to see everybody listed, like names that you would never know. I like
Yeah, as if it's like a movie and you need to put every, stagehand, grip, best boy.
I really liked it. I would never watch that match again, but I had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dreadful.
I mean, based off of how bad these have been, this might need to be a regular tradition to rewatch these little ones.
Well, see, if we do this next year, we're rewatching the NWO, which is just so much more fun.
What a stark difference, too. You eventually get to NWO. And no wonder I ended up being more into WCW with the NWO era,
Well, NWO, like the debut of Scott Hall, is 8 months away from this. Does that even seem like they're in the same time zone?
Right. I mean, time used to change differently back then, too. Like, there are so many examples of things where, and we talked about this before, even recently when we talked about the idea of like, Edge and Christian weren't together for really all that long.
3 years.
Like, Degeneration X was like, that kind of came and went pretty quickly. And nowadays it'll be like, oh yeah, those people have only been a tag team for 4.5 years. And it's like, yeah, that's longer than fucking Stone Cold's whole run.
It's like, hey, they got so much room. They've only been together for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
They're babies. It's like, what? What?
You needed to break up Trick Mello Gang. They've only been longer as a team than fucking Owen and Brett or something. And it's just like, okay, shit.
While I can, just going back to the match itself, while I can understand like the corniness being funny and entertaining, and it's different to what we have nowadays, and that's. But I do want to toe the line of saying just because it's different doesn't mean it's good.
Oh, it's not
like
good.
It's
no.
It wasn't good. No.
So
it's interesting. It's not good.
I would like things to change because there's a lot, like there's just a overall feeling of like quite boredom and sameness about current modern wrestling. But it's like, but this, I don't want this. Like, let's go back to the drawing board a bit rather than go to this.
I do want some kind of surrealism. You know what I mean? Like, they try so hard to be real and then be cinematic. I want to see, give me a character. I've been using this example a lot lately, but give me a Mankind. Can somebody be Mankind in 2025? I'm not sure. Give me a character. Give me something that feels like this can only happen in the world of professional wrestling.
As I said, there are people like that. You have your Tony Storms, you have your Orange Cassidys, your as for better or worse, your White Sixes, your El Grande Americanos. You do have characters. You don't have as many, but I kind of want to strike a balance because I kind of feel like you use your characters for people that aren't your like massive stars. That they're just there for the mid card and undercard to, be a bit of fun, and then you save your real star power because Stone Cold Steve Austin and people like that, or The Rock, weren't gimmicks. They were just really charismatic people.
Yeah, I mean, Hogan isn't a gimmick. He's just
Hogan is a gimmick, but
yeah, he's a menagerie of non-gimmick gimmicks. Same as Macho Man.
Yeah.
If somebody says like, "Who is Macho Man?" You're like, bright, loud, whatever. But like, Macho Man isn't. I mean, Ultimate Warrior was trying to be a gimmick in some ways, since they gave Warrior this like, I'm from the fucking Universal blah blah kind of stuff or whatever. Like, I don't know what he was supposed to be, but a guy like a Lex Luger or a Sting, like Sting just has face paint. He's not actually a half scorpion or something.
I mean, when it comes to Dungeon of Doom, it's not even the fact that the gimmick is like shitty and they look really like bad and everything surrounding that. But more the bigger issue I have of it is it's just a bunch of people that you've seen before in another company with a different, not even really that much of a different gimmick. It's still Kamala. It's still Brutus Beefcake, just in in Zodiac makeup, and it's still
Haku. It's just called Meng.
Yeah, and it's still Earthquake, but it's just Shark instead. Like, if the Dungeon of Doom were new people or new faces coming in that Hogan had to vanquish, rather than just him doing the same stuff that he was doing like 6-7 years ago in the other promotion, it's like, then maybe I can see some sort of, you're doing Hogan, but you're doing it with new people, new faces that could potentially, break out and do stuff in the future. But it's just Hogan playing the hits with his old crew that he did the same exact thing with 7 or 8 years earlier. That's the main issue I have with it. Well, obviously the main issue I have with it is crap, but but the second biggest issue is like, it's crap, and it's also crap with the same exact people that you've been doing it with for a decade at this point.
Yeah, it's like if they were to be like, "Oh man, you can't wait to see the next 2 members that are recruited to the Dungeon of Doom, the Nasty Boys," and you'd be like, "Ma."
Yeah.
I think there's a charm to like, I've assembled all of your biggest enemies. Meanwhile, back at the Legion of Doom, there's a charm to that, but the problem is nobody was interested in seeing Hogan fight Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back in the Goon Cove.
Just coke and gooning. That's what is in that water. It's not hot.
It's not hot.
That. Easily one of my favorite. Just like you can't justify it in almost any way, because if somebody's filming that and Hogan goes, "It's not hot," you go, "Dude, that makes no fucking sense. Can you please do another take?" I know it's pro wrestling, but goddamn, dude.
I think he was supposed to say like, it's too hot, or like, "Oh, that's like ice," but it's not hot. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, ouch! It doesn't hurt.
Don't we have a second take that we can do here? Like, dude, the word cold exists. Use it.
My favorite thing is he wakes up in the Dungeon of Doom, and before that he goes, "There's no Hulkamaniacs here. I've never been here before." I'm like, what?
That's how you gauge. Happening? He's got like his GPS just like alerts him if there's any Hulkamaniacs around. Or is it that he's got
I'm
the
no
power?
Longer in the kingdom of Hulkamania.
Yeah,
right.
I don't have jurisdiction anymore.
Yeah.
His final appearance on Raw, I'm sure he turned to Jimmy Hart and said, "There's no Hulkamaniac here."
Then Jimmy Hart, like basically like Dorothy, and says, "I don't think we're in Hulkamania anymore."
Yeah. There's no place like Hulk.
There's no place like Hulk. There's no place like Hulk.
Oh man, WCW Fall Brawl '95. That's what we got. We
again,
don't.
Thumbs up for it being genuinely entertaining for this podcast.
That's like, I'm gonna have more fun watching that than NXT tonight. You know, it's just not gonna be as fun. And when it gets down to blood and guts with WarGames equivalent over in AEW, and they've got, you know, the conglomeration against the Death Riders and all, fuck it, have somebody come out there the way that they did some of this stuff and get some hokey stuff in there, but then, you know, make it in the good way. Like, instead of having it be a match ends in you know, a camel clutch for some reason, let's get Darby Allin to do some wacky shit. And
by the way, the match probably ended with a camel clutch because they were at war, and the only war that Hogan knows how to exploit is Desert Storm.
I mean, God knows if they would have done anything worse. They couldn't have been, you know, politically correct or anything. Yeah, that's Fall Brawl. That's the WarGames from '95. 30 years makes a big difference. And at the same time, I'd argue, I don't know if you could get a bigger 4-man team than, you know, Macho Man Randy Savage, Lex Luger, Sting, and Hulk Hogan. Like, hell yeah, from back in '95.
I would make the argument that there are still people who believe that's what wrestling is.
Oh yeah,
jacked up, coked out dudes being like, "Yeah, we're gonna fucking fight evil. It's great." You know.
Oh, it's 100% still people think that. Yeah,
I enjoyed that much.
And again, I'd be down to watch some more of that stuff. And if you guys are really having fun with this and you really want us to do some more old school retrospectives and stuff like that, then the best way for you to make sure that we do that is the Pick Your Poison tier over on the Patreon or the YouTube channel membership. But even if you just leave a comment below and just go like, "Oh man, yeah, please do more of these things. These are fucking whacked out ridiculous. And I'd love to watch, you know, when we do around Royal Rumble time, if you want to watch the World War III around that time or whatever it might be." I don't know. Any suggestions like that, greatly appreciated. And the next time around, you guys are going to be hearing from us. It's going to be the hot tags of the week for this week. And we got the little special thing I'm going to try to do of a Survivor Series for DC Comics that I have been plotting out. And we got pay-per-views coming up out the ass, as per usual. So, you know, somewhere in there, if you do a Pick Your Poison, we'll figure out a way to get some more of that kind of content in there. Make sure you show support on all the different means that you can, and make sure that you follow everything that you can find at amangotree.com or anthonymango.com to see the link list of everything Smark Out Moment, Fanboys Anonymous, and Tony Mango related. And make sure you're following Rob and Callum too.
Yep, you can follow me everywhere at Dude Felice if you so choose. But be sure to stay here under a mango tree because right now that's where you're going to find me.
You can follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Wigmeister14. Check out the power rankings every Saturday over on smarkoutmoment.com. I rank the WWE superstars based on their previous week's performances, and check out the Fantasy League, also at www.fantasyleague.com, to see how our teams are doing, who's picking up points on our respective rosters as we head towards, I guess WarGames is the next big thing to
Survivor Series.
Survivor Series is the next big event to be looking forward to, where we'll be doing some predictions based around that. And yeah, when next big points will be scored after like some very big points were scored at Saturday night's main event. I haven't actually tallied those ones yet, but yeah, with Jade Cargill winning the World Championship and CM Punk winning the world title, there's been some big points being picked up by many people on the teams.
And of course, everybody stay tuned, and we will be seeing you when we see you. So obviously go to smarkoutmom.com for everything that's happening there too. And that'll do us in for this one. Thanks for listening. Thanks for comments. Thanks for joining us. And we will see you next time. This has been another Smark Out Moment. And we're being counted out.